Vela stood frozen at the observation deck, her four eyes widening as the human delegation emerged from their sleek vessel. The diplomatic station orbiting Proxima Centauri had seen many species, but humans were rare visitors to this sector. As the cultural attaché for the Lumidian embassy, Vela was required to attend all first contact ceremonies, but nothing in her training had prepared her for this. "Are you unwell?" her supervisor Nix asked, noticing her sudden stillness. Vela's pale blue skin flushed a deeper cobalt as her secondary heart began to race. "I'm fine," she lied, adjusting her ceremonial robes. "Just observing." The truth was more complicated. The moment the human delegation stepped into the artificial gravity of the station, something primal stirred within her biology. Lumidians were empathic beings, evolved to resonate with emotional energies across species. But this was different. This was biological asterisk. The lead human, a tall figure with dark hair and confident posture, caught her gaze across the room. Vela's temperature regulation system immediately faltered, sending waves of heat through her slender form. Her species' mating cycle was typically triggered by astronomical events on her homeworld, not by the mere presence of aliens. "Ambassador Tom will be speaking with our delegation first," Nix informed her, oblivious to her condition. "You'll be responsible for explaining our cultural customs during the evening reception." Vela nodded, struggling to maintain professionalism as her body responded to some unknown quality the humans possessed. Her people scientists had theorized that certain species emitted pheromonal signatures that could cross xenobiological barriers. But such reactions were considered mythical, tall tales told by space traders to amuse each other on long voyages. During the formal proceedings, Vela managed to compose herself, focusing on diplomatic protocol rather than the inexplicable attraction she felt. The humans moved with a grace that seemed incongruous with their solid forms, their voices resonating at frequencies that made her sensitive auditory membranes vibrate pleasantly. At the reception, Vela was assigned to guide Ambassador Tom through the complexities of interspecies etiquette. Up close, she realized what made humans so compelling. It wasn't just physical appearance, but rather an intensity of vibrant life force that her empathic senses perceived as a brilliant aura. "Your species is fascinating," Tom said as they stood beside a viewport overlooking the gas giant that dominated the local system. "I've studied your cultural archives, but meeting a Lumidian in person is quite different." "Different how?" Vela asked, struggling to maintain the professional distance required by her position. "You're more vibrant than the records indicate. Our xenobiologist mentioned your species' empathic abilities. They didn't mention how that translates to a physical presence." Vela's translator hesitated over some concepts, but she understood the underlying meaning. "Humans also have an unexpected effect on us," she admitted, careful with her phrasing. "Your species possesses a certain vitality that registers strongly on our sensory spectrum." Tom smiled, and Vela's secondary heart skipped. "Is that diplomacy speak for something?" "It's the closest approximation my translator can manage," she replied, grateful that humans couldn't detect the chemical signals her body was releasing. "Your species has a rare energy pattern. Some of my people might find it stimulating." As the evening progressed, Vela learned that humans weren't just physically impressive. Their minds worked at speeds that rivaled the most advanced species in the galaxy. Their adaptability, creativity, and resilient nature had allowed them to survive conditions that would have destroyed other civilizations. These qualities, so rare in the cosmos, triggered an ancient evolutionary response in Lumidian biology: attraction to strength, to vitality, to potential. What Vela experienced wasn't just random biology. It was her species recognizing genetic compatibility on a level beyond conscious thought. By the end of the diplomatic summit 3 days later, rumors had spread throughout the station. Not just Lumidians, but several other species reported unusual physiological responses to the human delegation. The scientific community began discrete studies, while the diplomatic corps struggled to maintain protocol amid what was becoming an interspecies incident. "It's not just you," Nix finally admitted to Vela as they prepared for the humans' departure ceremony. "Our medical team has documented similar responses in 12 different species. There's something about human biochemistry that triggers reproductive responses across xenobiological boundaries. Vila felt both validated and embarrassed. What does this mean for future relations? It means, Nick said with unusual solemnity, that humans will need special diplomatic considerations. Their effect on other species makes them both valuable allies and potential disruptions to established galactic order. As Ambassador Tom's delegation prepared to depart, he sought out Vela for a private conversation. "Your scientists have been studying us," he said, not as an accusation but as a statement of fact. "Yes," Vela admitted, "your species has an unexpected effect on many of us." Tom's expression turned contemplative. "We've encountered this before, though never so dramatically. Our scientists believe it's related to our homeworld's unusual radiation patterns and our species' rapid adaptation cycles. In simple terms, we evolved quickly under harsh conditions, developing biological systems that register as optimal to many species." "Evolution is wise," Vela said simply. As the human ship departed, the station's scientific community began preparing extensive reports. Humanity, once considered a minor species from an unremarkable planet, was suddenly the most discussed topic in multiple galactic sectors. What they represented was nothing less than a biological imperative recognized across species boundaries, a universal affirmation that in humanity's unique development lay something essential to the future of life itself. It wasn't just attraction, it was recognition of evolutionary success. And for Vela, watching their ship vanish into the darkness of space, it was the beginning of a new understanding of the universe and her place in it.